Hello everybody and welcome to Low Bricks. This is Leaky Trooper and this is our Friday review video. And this just arrived in the mail today that I ordered from Target. This is the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge. So I thought what better thing to do than review kind of the brand new set. I have not seen this in stores yet. I think if you didn't pre-order one or order one from Target, I think these are somewhat hard to get a hold of, at least for now. But I haven't seen it in Walmart. I haven't seen it in we have something here called Meyer Thrifty Acres. They don't have it there. In fact, at Target, I haven't seen these either. So I'm assuming by the time you see this, hopefully you can get your hands on one in the stores. But anyways, what I'm going to do, like always, I'm going to open this guy. I'm going to build it, and I'm going to kind of play test it and see if it's any fun. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, that I already have a few Mandalorians. So the minifigures are cool. There's an armor, there's a Paz Vizsla, but I already have a Mandalorian, so I'm not, not terribly excited. I mean, it's cool. He's got his Beskar armor, but since I already have one, selfishly, this set isn't as exciting for me as some other sets. Particularly because you guys know me, I'm Leaky. I like ships, and this is kind of like Trouble at Tatooine. It's a kind of a play set. So, but I won't let that make me biased or affect my judgment on how this thing is. And enough of me blabbing. Let's open this thing up and then let's build it. All right, first things first. Let's open this up. There's the little thumb tab thingy. So, a handy dandy way to open up Lego boxes. Okay, let's take a look and see what we got here. Pretty simple. We got 1, 2, 3 bags and a very long gray piece. Some stickers, along with some Mandalorian symbolatry there, and our very nicely not wrinkled instruction booklet. All right, so far this is looking like a good set already. Okay, well, before we go into hyperlapse mode here, let's take a look at the instructions. We're getting 3 minifigures, so I'm curious. Okay, there's the Armorer is in the first bag. So that's bag 1. Opening it up. Oh, wait a minute. There's actually 2 minifigures in bag 1. We get the armor and the Mandalorian. Very cool. So let's start by building the armor here. Okay, there's Mandalorian's helmet, armor's helmet. The good old flat black head. The anonymous, almost Slender Man head. Oh, Mandalorian has one too. No face. No Pedro Pascal underneath. All right, so let's build the armor first. Put her head on. There we go, and she has a hammer because she's a blacksmith, a smelter. They call her the Armorer. And it is a her. Well, I don't want to be genderfying or whatever, but she has a female voice in the show, in the Mandalorian show. And all right, let's put the Mandalorian together. Now, I did notice, you guys can tell me if I'm crazy or wrong, I don't think, oh yeah, this is full Beskar? Yep, I'm going to say this is full Beskar. Maybe not, I don't know. But I think when he first went and saw the armor, he didn't have his full Beskar. That's the only reason I'm questioning it, but I'm just Leaky, don't ask me. And then, oh look, there's 2 hammers. That's probably going to be decoration at some point. And let's put together the Mandalorian's cool gun here. I always love the Mandalorian's gun, the lightsaber hilt, the little hook, then just a little mini blaster. All right, so there are the first 2 minifigures. Pretty cool. Like I said, I already have a few Mandalorians, so, I still like to get one. That's cool. And the armor is pretty cool. That's a new minifigure we haven't seen before. So with that, let's go over to hyperlapse mode, start building bag 1. All right, well, here is bag number 1, the actual forge itself, and this is actually pretty cool. The little blue flames, the little kind of, assuming that's like a, I don't know what that is. Is that where the heat comes from? Who knows? Or it's a vent of some type, and the forge is, actually the armor is forging, and I found out where the other hammer went. So this is very cool. I also forgot to put on Mando's jetpack. Come on, get it together, Leaky. How long you been building these? Almost a year now? You should know better. Anyways, let's get on to bag number 2. And there are a few other accessories here that, especially these 2 great pipes. I might have to go back and look at bag 1, and I must have missed something. I probably did. So anyways, we will do that in hyperlapse mode as we open bag number 2. So now, first, before we go back to hyperlapse mode in bag 2, we have another minifigure. And this minifigure, while I'm assembling him, is called Paz Vizsla. Now, I remember from Clone Wars, there was a pre-Vizsla. This is Paz Vizsla. Now, this is interesting. There's another helmet, another Mandalorian helmet in there. This is probably going to be sitting on a shelf or something. I'm kind of spoiling that because I saw it on the box. And there's a nice broom, so you can sweep up all the Beskar. Oh, there was one thing I forgot. There's a little Beskar, basically a brick of Beskar, or a plate, that he got from the client when he brought Grogu back. So anyways, let's enough of that. Let's assemble our second Mandalorian, Paz Vizsla, which may or may not be related. I think it's Clan Vizsla, so probably some sort of relative of Pre-Vizsla, which was voiced by Jon Favreau and was murdered by Darth Maul. So, a little bit of trivia there for you. Okay, so he has some sort of backpack here. And his gun also has, and I think this is like a machine gun, which was probably the coolest thing about this character in Mandalorian. He's got the cool machine gun, minigun. So that is pretty awesome. And, okay, the back, let's see here. We have this, and 4 of these little pieces to build his back. So, let's see here. Oh, I'm missing this. Here we go. All right, so that goes there. This one goes there, and that one goes there, huh? Right? Is that what Chewie, is that what Han says to Chewie? Can't remember. All right, then let's see here. This goes on the front, and it sticks on, let's see. I think, no, oh, I got it upside down. It's like this. And he has that little thing sticking out the side there. Pretty neat. Pretty interesting. All right, well, there is Paz Vizsla. Maybe it's like pre and post, pre and pause. Anyways, I'll stop. Enough of that. So let's get on to hyperlapse mode and get bag 2 out of the way. All right, well, here is bag number 2. It's kind of a little backdrop to the Armorer's Forge. Pretty cool. There's a little broom here and a helmet, and of course the Mandalorian symbol. And I think that you guys are going to have to correct me. You guys always do such a good job in comments to tell me that that is like one of the clans. I don't think it's the Death Watch clan, but it's one of the Mandalorian clans or crests, and I think it is might be, I can't remember if this is one that the Mandalorian has, but anyways, it's something to do with the Mandalorian clans. And I also found out in bag 1, this is probably for grabbing the hot stuff out of the forge once you're done, the hot Beskar armor. So that was from bag 1. I totally missed that. I was like, what are these 2 pieces for? So anyways, oh, I missed one thing here. This, I'm gonna put that on there, a little shelf. Yep, that goes up there. So, all right, so finally on to bag number 3, and then we'll have this thing completely done. And we're all done with minifigures. We got the 3, we got Mando, we got Paz Vizsla with his sweet machine gun, and then the armor herself. So let's finish this thing up with bag number 3. And this will take us back into hyperlapse mode for one final time. Ooh, that's a little blurry there. Okay, so here is the completed Armorer's Mandalorian Forge, set 75319. Before I play test it, I want to say a couple of quick words. It's 258 pieces. This goes for $29.99. When I first saw this, I was comparing it to kind of a $19.99 set, which normally comes with 2 minifigs instead of 3, and usually a lot smaller of a a set. You know, this I compare this one price range of $29.99 to the Trouble at Tatooine. The difference being was Trouble at Tatooine, you got a building, but you also got a speeder bike. But with this, you get an entire forge, so that's that's probably equivalent. And 258 pieces, $29.99. That's about 11 cents a piece. So in a per piece cost, that is pretty cool. So with that, let's enough talking about it. Let's play with this guy a little bit and see some of the play features. So first of all, the one thing I noticed was, if you want to actually forge, you really have to have the armor holding it from the side here. Let's see if I can get a little closer. So if she wants to like melt down some Beskar plates and turn them into Mando armor, she has to hold them from the side. On the box, she's kind of holding it from the front, which is cool, but it's a little tough to do that, so I'm not going to give them too many marks down. So as far as the rest of it, there's some really cool stuff here. Like, first of all, they have this little cabinet. Let me see if I can... This cabinet opens up, and there's stuff inside, and actually underneath, it's a holding area for... There's another Beskar plate in there. There's actually a little silver-plated gun, which I'm assuming is the armor's. Hopefully you can see that there. And a couple of little Gremlin. I don't know exactly what those are. These little guys here. But anyways, you get another Beskar, so that you technically get 3 Beskar plates. There's one here, one that she's cooking, and one that fits inside this little cabinet. So let me put the Gremlin back in there. And as you know me, being the Tatooine guy, Leaky Trooper, I love me some Gremlin. The more little stuff you can have inside of crates, the better. all over Tatooine in our MOC. There's all sorts of little gremlin pieces everywhere. So we'll shut the cabinet, and actually, that might have been hard to see. Shut the cabinet, but there's also a little keypad on the cabinet to lock it up, so nobody can get in and steal the Beskar. I thought that was cool. And now let's move to this side, and you'll see there is a little Mandalorian helmet here sitting on the table. And I think, I'm not sure what that is, but it could be iron, could be an oil can. When she's making the armor, you know, it needs a little bit of a lubrication so it doesn't overheat or burn or whatever. And I'm assuming this is some sort of press. You could actually press out some Mandalorian armor, so that is cool as well. And then, of course, you have the broom hanging here on the wall so you can clean up. So there's all sorts of goodies, and I love the blue flame. That is probably the coolest. But before I kind of give it my rating of to extremely fun, I wanted to talk a little bit about the minifigures themselves. I've talked about the armor quite a bit, but this guy here, Paz Vizsla, this is cool. This is really cool. I'm not sure we should put in this hook on this side of him, so I've just decided I'm going to put this gun in here. But he has a minigun machine gun, which if you've seen the episode, that is really cool. And he's kind of a big, beefy fellow, as you can tell by the big shoulder blades. So that is one cool minifigure. So I definitely give it points up for that. And you can't go wrong getting yourself a Mandalorian. He's out in several sets now. He actually came out in Trouble at Tatooine. He's in the Razor Crest. I think he comes in Moff Gideon's Light Cruiser, but I could be wrong. But he's pretty easy to get a hold of, but it is nice that he comes included in this set. So again, as you guys know, not a big set if it doesn't have a ship in it. Not a big fan of sets that don't have ships. But on the whole, this is pretty cool. There's a lot of play features you can do with this. There's not really necessarily a battle you can do, but that's not really what the scene was about. So Lego is starting to make some sets around kind of the simpler moments. I know a lot of the Marvel sets are around that. You know, parts that aren't necessarily battles in shows. So I don't really have a problem with that. I think this is kind of a neat play set when you don't necessarily want to be battling stuff. So on the whole, let's see. On a scale of kind of to extremely fun, I'm going to give this a pretty fun set. You guys can disagree with me. You can, and again, I give it marks down because it's not a battle set. There's no vehicles. But I give it marks up because of the minifigures and all of the different play features that it has on it. I got to give it a thumbs up there. Plus, it's got the cool little dual-sided Mandalorian armor, or the Mandalorian signature. I'm just making a mess here, knocking stuff all over the place. So there you have it, guys. That is my build review and tell you if I think it's fun play testing of the Armor's Mandalorian Forge Star Wars set 75319. Hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, but please tell us why you didn't like it. Like if I ramble on too much and I do bad camera angles, which I did in this video. But anyways, I will see you guys soon. Don't forget our Wednesday mock videos. We're getting towards the end of Tatooine. We're not there yet. Still some work to do. But that's a cool series, and we love to do, both me and my assistant. This is kind of our Friday fun video where we do set reviews. I think we're going to do another one next week. Lots of Lego sets coming in, man, in 2021. Also, we have our unboxing videos on Monday. So that is about it for me. This is Leaky Trooper, another cool set. We will talk to you soon. I am out of here, and bye.